K-State, they were kind of like the belle of the ball there for the beginning of the year, right? Like, whoa, K-State didn't see this coming. Mm-hmm. A 3 seed right now here for the Wildcats against Montana State. Matt, Youmans, it kind of weren't the same K-State down the stretch. What do you make of them now coming into the big dance?
Well, I think K-State, first of all, has got really superior talent in this matchup. You got 2 of the 5 first-team All-Big 12 players on this K-State team. Now, Dave, let's rewind the tape a year ago. At this time a year ago, a lot of people were trying to make a case for Montana State as a live dog, as a 14 seed against Texas Tech. Final score of that game, 97-62 Texas Tech.
Whoops.
Right?
Yep.
So I'm not sure if the Bobcats are any good. That's my problem here. They're 25-9. They blew out Northern Arizona in the Big Sky title game, but Northern Arizona is terrible. So I look at the non-conference. Montana State lost to Oregon by 30, lost to Arizona by 21. I can't make a real good case here for Montana State. I'm going to leave that to Wes. If he wants to make a case for the dog, he can try it. I do like Raekwon Battle, the senior guard. He averages 17. He's a scorer. I think he can keep the Bobcats hanging around for a while. I'm not playing many favorites here, but I'll play K-State in the money line parlay or lay 8 with K-State.
I did take some 10 here and a little bit of 9 after it moved on Montana State. And look, Matt is right. They got blown out last year by Texas Tech. Now they're in the same 3-14 matchup. And yet they're only getting like 9 and now 8.5, 8. That's telling you someone is betting Montana State. And it's usually, more often than not, betting the openers are more pro bettors that have been betting this all season or some sharper bettors for whatever that's worth. That doesn't mean they're guaranteed to cash a ticket on this game. But this is a Montana State team, 44.4% in terms of free throw attempts per field goal attempts. That means they get to the foul line a lot. And I think that that's very beneficial for an underdog because stops the clock and allows you to score. This was a Montana State team that did beat Eastern Washington, who was the best team in the conference. They were the number 1 seed in the Big Sky, beat them on senior night there up in Cheney, and then won 3 in a row, had that 2 overtime crawl against Weber State that they had to get through, and they did, and then they beat Northern Arizona. K-State, Jerome Tang, look, he finally got his opportunity to be a head coach. He's been an assistant for Scott Drew, I think, the last 15 years down at Baylor, and widely known as a dude getter, a guy that's a very good recruiter, Jerome Tang, and recruited the transfer portal because 3 of their starters, Keontae Johnson from Florida, Desi Sills was at Arkansas, then was at Arkansas State, Cam Carter was at Mississippi State. So these are guys that played high major college basketball that have been very good for K-State, but I didn't like what I saw out of them in the Big 12 tournament. They kind of come stumbling in a little bit too. Lost by 8 at West Virginia, lost by 13 to TCU in the tournament. I wonder if this team peaked a little bit early. I think this is going to be a closer game than a lot of people think.
Well, that's my concern here with K-State too, because I like to chart teams. You know, you look who's peaking early, who's peaking in March, and K-State definitely peaked early and is not playing its best basketball now.
All right, so maybe you might think about a money line situation instead of laying those points here with K-State.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.